Hi, Scorpios. This is your weekly reading for January 9th, 2022. I don't know what the universe is going to say. I'm not focused on anything. I started with Capricorn because that's the season we're in right now. I'm just letting the universe say whatever it wants to say. I'm taking the cards that lie out here. Interesting. Okay, so the first two things that show up for you, let me even just backtrack a second here. I did a collective reading yesterday. It's about 20 minutes long. And so there's some bigger energies that I think are really going to affect Scorpio. So you might want to have a look at that. There's some very watery elements to this. And I know this is wand, so it's fire, and this is swords, so it's air. But, and it's very cool. Both of them are very cool. They almost look connected. Okay, with the way the sky comes down like that. There's a lot of this planning. There's this boat here looking for water, somewhere to go. And then this feeling of being trapped or restricted. The Eight of Swords is all about being restricted. So it's like you're trying to plan something, but it's like you can't really plan it because there's restrictions. And I mean, we can take that really literally at the moment with everything that's going on. Now, the other two cards that came out, there's this, normally this is like grief and heartache and sorrow, but it combined with this 10 of Wands, burdened, so much pressure. This feels like a lot of frustration together, just like the burden feels like it's frustration more than anything. Delightful so far, wouldn't you say? So the interesting thing about this deck, and I've said this before, this is the Tarot of Mystical Moments by, I'm just laughing at my speech. I almost said Mormons. Invented a word. The Tarot of Mystical Moments by Catherine Welz-Stein. And what she did initially was all of the cards, if there was a person in them, they were female. Even the kings, the knights, the pages, and the emperor. And then she redesigned them. And instead of replacing, she added the more traditional masculine energies for all of those cards. I actually keep both in the deck. So instead of the 78, there's whatever, however many more. And these came out all together. So we have the Emperor here. What's interesting about this Emperor is that it's somewhat manipulative, of being able to control the parts, the pieces, all the moving pieces. Typically, the Emperor is, I don't want to say better than the kings, but it's a little more evolved. It's like all the kings together. But this particular depiction, there's all these little strings attached to all these people. And they're all kind of, some of them look like little zombies, they're not really, they're just doing their thing. Then there's other ones that are kind of fighting and other ones that are kind of playing. They're all these different things. But the one thing they have in common is that they're small and they're being manipulated by this Emperor. Now, we also have the Two of Cups. There's an intertwined energy here. And frequently in other decks, there's more of a feeling of reciprocity. This is a feeling like you can't have one without the other. It's a duality It's more of a dual nature card than a give and take. And then the Four of Pentacles. So this is restriction also. There's limits. This is hoarding, calculating, withholding as well. It's a very odd group of energy. And I'm wondering if I should just shift. I'm going to shift to the other deck for more clarification on what that all means, because there's a very brooding, negative kind of vibe under there, and that doesn't help us. Somewhere here. Okay, this is nice. Okay. So what I think it is, there's a lot of people involved. You're connected to a lot of people. You feel restricted. There's too many moving parts. And those moving parts are something you would like to get control of. It's not manipulative. It's you would like to have some semblance of control over the environment or the situation. That's what it is. Okay. That sounds better, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm not changing it. I'm trying to gain clarification on it. So it's, you know, if it was truly manipulative, I would tell you, as I don't BS you. Okay. So these two guys came out together, which is really good. So this is Scorpio energy. It's water sign energy, masculine energy with the Knight of Cups. So there's an offer. And I actually think this is you. I don't think this is an offer coming to you. This is you gaining some kind of mastery over your emotions and the stuff that's going on. And you're actually able to present it to whoever, whatever matters. Somehow, some way, you can kind of break free from that manipulative energy and get control over something. And that something just might be your emotions. Maybe it's not going to be all the parts, all the pieces, but it's something within you. And if it's not emotions, it's your heart. These, even color-wise, look at how they're very nicely matched. So, I mean, traditionally, knights are champions of the king. They do the king's bidding. They go out ahead of the king and fight the battles. So it's nice that you have these two things together because it's working. It's frustrating. You're frustrated, but you're working at it. And more to the point, the Eight of Pentacles is showing that you really are working at it little by little. And it is a pile of chaos at the moment, but you're not sitting back. And it's probably going to be frustrating for a little while as well. But just keep doing it because the payoff is big. The payoff is really big. So the Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment, loyalty, whatever feeds your soul, you're getting it. This is on an emotional level here. So coming from, you have the King and the Knight of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So 10, we don't have the Page, we don't have the Queen, but we have this Queen. And this Queen is material stability, well-grounded, lots of knowledge, lots of information, very comfortable. Okay. And this energy, although it's not the quickest energy, it's certainly not as slow as some of the other signs. It feels more like this is probably as soon as Mercury goes direct, February 4th, probably that week. Probably another week after that is when you feel like the training wheels have come off. What is the number of this card? 59, which is a 5. Manifesting and doing. Doing and manifesting. Manifesting and doing. Bright, sunshiny yellow card. Really nice. Most of the cards that I pulled out ended up being a number 1 or a 10, which is a 1. So manifesting and doing. This can kind of just be your mantra. Manifesting and doing, manifesting and doing, manifesting and doing until it's in your hands. And then it won't be so frustrating. Okay, Scorpio, that's what I got for you this week. Have a good one.